No, I've been sitting here thinking, damn, I'm so lucky that I don't really have many arguments or disagreements with my wife. It's quite a chilled life. And I was thinking, why is it that we as a species have so many disagreements, so many arguments with ourselves, with our loved ones, with random strangers on the street? I feel like there's an overlooked reasoning behind why we need external validation from other people, why it is that people argue and don't agree with each other. And that's what I want to talk about today. Hello and welcome to Productively Mindful. Disagreements, looking for external validation. Why is it that we crave such things? I think why we crave them is pretty obvious. It is due to the fact that, firstly, we've never been taught on how to find validation and agreement through other means. And we've also been taught that externalizing all of our problems, finding solutions externally, trying to solve just the symptoms of the situation and not the cause. And there's a lot of reasons why disagreements and arguments and looking for external validation happens. It could be as simple as somebody not agreeing with your opinion. It could be something that you're not agreeing with yourself, so you're looking for validation. Maybe you cannot find that feeling of love, of authenticity, of appreciation within you, and you're trying to look for these things elsewhere. You're trying to look for them outside because you don't know how to generate them yourself. The question you should be asking yourself is, why? If you know exactly what you need in a given situation to give you the sensation that you require to accept the situation for what it is, then why don't you do so? Why don't you tell yourself that you love yourself? Why do you need somebody else to tell you that? Why don't you tell yourself that you're acceptable, that you're enough, that you will do great things, that you are doing great things? Why does it have to come from somebody else? Why can you not listen to somebody else's opinion and understand it through compassion by listening to their point of view and then giving your own opinion without them sensing like their opinion is being attacked, by telling them purely and simply that this is your opinion of the situation, and that's it. That's all it is. It's not an attack on anything else. It's not an attack on somebody's beliefs. Why do we have to make it into some sort of an attack, into some sort of an external pursuit? I think the main reason for that is fear. You're looking externally for somebody to tell you that you are loved because you fear of not being loved. You fear that you're not authentic in what you say and how you present yourself. So you look for confirmation of authenticity in others. You put out all of this effort, all of this premeditated action to present yourself as somebody that's worth spending time with, that's worth being around. Whereas all you need to do is just know that simply being you and just being is enough. We fear that certain situations, events, experiences in life will put us into uncomfortable situations that will make us finally agree with ourselves, agree with something that we know to be true, but we keep denying because it's uncomfortable to our ego, the character that we built based on what that character believes. If you ever wondered why it's so difficult to go and stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself and tell yourself you love yourself, it is because we look for stuff like love, acceptance, self-belief even, externally. We don't know how to cultivate that internally because every piece of validation has to come from the outside for it to be meaningful. Whereas we can find the biggest piece of meaning within us. The biggest piece of knowledge that we can turn into understanding is already within us, and yet we still look for stuff outside. Who are you trying to deceive? Really, just think about it. Who are you trying to deceive by knowing exactly what it is that you want to hear, exactly how you feel about a situation, event, experience, and yet you still deny yourself those words, those sensations, those feelings that you need to feel to be truly content and at peace? Why is it that you're denying these things to yourself? And the craziest thing is even when you deny those things to yourself, you know that you're lying to yourself. Why? Why are you causing yourself so much pain? Why are you causing yourself so much suffering? Why? It literally makes no sense. Yeah, we keep still doing it over and over again. And it's purely and simply because of the fact that saying to ourselves what is true and real, that we do love ourselves, that we are enough, that we are authentic, that we do our absolute best every single moment to be an exemplary human being, means changing our beliefs, changing our deep-rooted beliefs about ourselves. I can't love myself because how can anybody else love me? Because I'm incomplete, I am not perfect. A few wrinkles on my face make me look old. I'm getting gray hairs. I'm fat. I'm short. You're not. You're not any of these things. You're the one that is aware of all of them. But those qualities don't define who you are. Being authentic doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. You don't need to get any sort of validation to be your true self, to live life by what you believe, by what drives you. You don't need any of it. It's just understanding the absurdity of the fact that you will never be fully and truly content and at peace until you decide that you are amazing, you are great the way you are. Until you become aware of this issue of you looking externally to find whatever you need to validate the feeling of self-love, of self-appreciation, of self-acceptance, all these things that everyone is craving, to be complete in some sort of a sense or degree. You're literally abiding by a human-made concept of looking externally to find these validations of what you should be feeling. We decided as humans that that should be this way, that that should be the case. Whereas if you really strip back everything that is a human concept, your name, your surname, your occupation, your birth location, your age, your all the street names, the even the fact that you're a human, it's a concept. You're not a human. Who decided that we are humans? We're not. We're just souls harboring this flesh and bone. That's what we are. We are the awareness that is aware of all this flesh and bone and all these objects and this cat lying there, jiggling. We are the awareness that is beyond our concept of space and time, our experience of space and time. We span infinitely as consciousness itself, the unified field of consciousness, where all frequencies reside. That's where we come from, and we are untouchable, unhurtable. You don't need external validation for anything, because you are everything. Everything you want to be, everything you need to be, you are. You just need to accept that, and understand that, and embrace that, because you're freaking awesome. I hope what I said makes sense. I really do. Perhaps it's something that will make you want to appreciate yourself more. If you did enjoy the video, click like, share, comment, subscribe. The more you interact with the video, the more I can reach, the more people I can reach, the more I can spread my word, and hopefully get people to feel a bit more happy and fulfilled in their lives. I'm a mindfulness and spirituality guide, and I have a free community where I teach people how to achieve their full potential through mindfulness and spirituality. We have free guided meditations, bi-weekly group meetings, monthly exclusive content there, and daily affirmation guidance. If that's something that you're interested in, make sure you click the link in the description, and I'll see you there. This has been ailandas.sulcas from Productively Mindful. I love you all, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Goodbye.